Chelsea Football Club Enzo Fernandez pulls out with a knee injury from Argentina duty. Apparently it's more serious than it sounds. We've got what he said. Furthermore, Disasi is back in the Chelsea kit. He's played for Chelsea this weekend. Not the first team though. I've got the full story. And furthermore, Rudiger is linked back with a return to Chelsea. It's a shock. Real Madrid want to sell. The Spanish reports have said Chelsea is sniffing around. We're going to break the story down and we're going to see if it's genuine. And finally, Chelsea is second in the league and it is extremely toxic around certain fans. I need to find out why. We're going to break it down. There are 3 outstanding stats that absolutely shock me when people are so negative. Yes, it's not perfect, but these 3 stats make it so nice that you're gonna have to look twice. Furthermore though, before we continue, I need you lot to hit that like button. 1,000 likes go a long way. And secondly, subscribe to the channel. If you like Chelsea related content, match reviews, previews, latest news, and just being covered with everything to do with the club, this is the place for you. Let's get it started though. Let's get it cracking. However, fun stat. Manchester United fans told everybody, oh, we got our own back on Chelsea Football Club. Garnacho for 40 million. Haha, what a joke. You made us pay 60 for Mount, but all of a sudden, we've got our own back. Garnacho in 6 games has already outdone Mason Mount. Mason Mount in 38 Premier League games has had 3 goals. Garnacho in 6 games has got 3 GNA. I'm sorry, you're not getting your own back on this one. No matter how bad Garnacho ends up being or how great he ends up being, the debate's already over. It's taken him 3 years to get 3 GNA. Garnacho in 6 games has matched it. Sorry, you can't banter us, stay in your lane. Enzo Fernandez has now come out and after the game spoken out. Enzo Fernandez reiterated that he's pulling out of Argentina duty. There's been an agreement between the Argentinian doctors, the Chelsea doctors, himself, and they're going to do what's best for him. He has been playing through pain. He has been playing through a knee injury, and this knee injury has been managed due to just overexertion and overplaying in games. Look, the reality here is we need to be very careful. Chelsea Football Club are playing Enzo Fernandez and Moises Caicedo too much. A lot of people are going to say, Alex, we've got no other choice. Asugu got injured, Lavi is never fit, we have 3 fit midfielders. I know, it's the bad hand that we've been dealt with. And in reality, it's what we have to do at this moment in time. But the minute Asugu comes back, the minute Lavia is fit, we need to be taking Enzo out of the team. We need to be taking Caicedo out of the team. Because the reality is, whilst these players are fully impactful right now, they could break down. And it could be a breaking down not only for like 3-4 months. It could be a chronic issue where literally we're going to have to look after them consistently. And you don't want that to happen. They're both young, both successful. And Enzo pulling out is actually brilliant news. Because in essence, Enzo shouldn't be playing in these games. Argentina have qualified for the World Cup. These are essentially friendlies, even if there are any other qualifiers. All in all, they don't mean anything. Argentina will gain nothing from playing Enzo Fernandez in the next few games. The only person that has anything to gain is Enzo Fernandez gaining 2 extra caps. What needs to happen is he needs to stay at Stamford Bridge, at Cobham. He needs to chill in England, in this cold, stay at home, spend time with his kids, with his wife. I don't want to see him doing anything. I don't want to see him doing cooking. I don't want to see him hoovering. I don't want him to go out and buy shopping. Amazon will deliver you some food, mate. All you need to do is rest those knees and do not do anything. No extracurricular activities, nothing. Look after yourself, please. 2 weeks off, come back, Burnley, we go again. Enzo Fernandez had the best performance he's had all season yesterday against Wolves. And Enzo Fernandez is pivotal to anything we achieve. I said this before, I'm going to reiterate it again. For Chelsea to go on and win anything this year, Enzo needs to take another level, Caicedo needs to take another level, Palmer needs to jump up a level, Reece James and Cucurella need to go up another level, and more importantly, other people need to start chipping in a bit more. Enzo Fernandez first sign against Wolves that he is starting to take another level. Caicedo has been on another level. Cucu has been consistent. Reece has been on another level. Enzo needs to step up. This is a £100 million player and we need more from him. What we saw yesterday, no GNA but performance, I need that. Against those small teams, I need you spraying those balls and we need to be hitting teams on the counter-attack because you are that good. The fact that he's resting makes me so happy. Speaking about happiness, Chelsea is second, right? As this video is being recorded, this is before Manchester City and Liverpool. Things could change. Chelsea could move to 4th, worst case scenario if there's a draw. But points-wise, we will be level with Liverpool. With Liverpool, Manchester City will be 1 ahead, but we're 6 points behind Arsenal. Is there a title charge going on? No, right? We need to be open, honest. At this moment in time, I don't believe we are good enough to be title challengers. However, what we can do is what I reiterated yesterday. Keep up the pace, and in March, reassess. 3 really nice stats that are gonna make your day, right? Number 1, Chelsea Football Club have scored 21 goals as it stands after game week 11. That is first best. If Man City score 1, they tie us. If they score any more, they overtake us. However, the fact that we're in the top 2 after 11 game weeks, very impressive considering there has been no Cole Palmer. Secondly, big chances created. We are faring out the best with 37. I think we lead the nearest team by 10 if I'm not mistaken. We are creating chances that are considered big chances. Whether you believe in that stat, whether you think, oh Alex, you're throwing statistics at us, this is absolutely gaslighting us into saying that we're a great team. We're not a great team. We're a good team. We're a team that will be competing for top 4. We're a team that eventually will have to take the next level as long as our best players step up. If these big chances created continue when Palmer returns, and all of a sudden Joao Pedro is going to the 9, he's going to have a little bit more space. Estevao goes to the right instead of Neto, or he competes with Neto. Garnacho continues his good performance that he had in the last 2 games. Maybe we can elevate this to another level where we're outscoring teams, where it can make up for the defense. We have conceded a few goals. However, this final stat is going to blow your mind. Arsenal's defense is getting lauded like the greatest thing since sliced bread. Everyone that knows me knows I love a cheese grill. I love a mozzarella with a lovely tiger bread absolutely put into a toaster and toasted nicely. And that's what everyone is telling me their defense is. A brilliant toasted sandwich. However, they've got only 7 clean sheets in 11, right? Only, I'll say. Chelsea Football Club have got 5. They're second place, joint second. The fact that we've had no Levi Colwill, red cards, injuries, playing Josh, playing Hato, playing Badiashile, Fofana, Toussaint, literally rotating our centre halves. The fact that we have 5 is marvellous. 2 back-to-back clean sheets is marvellous. What this means though is precedent set, standards are set. We need to maintain them. Burnley next is more important than anything right now. Make sure you beat Burnley, then go into Barcelona. Let's see what we can do against them. And then Arsenal at home. Arsenal lose to Spurs. All of a sudden, we have got a huge 3-pointer against Arsenal. Because a win could take us level with them, as long as we beat Burnley. None of this matters if we can't beat Burnley. Beat Burnley, then we can talk our crud. So now, let's move on to the next stories and the transfer. People, if you made it this far, you definitely should have hit the like button by now. You need to tell YouTube, I like this channel, share it out to more people, and also subscribe and hit the bell notification so you know when I post. It's very simple. But Axel Disasi, I saw on Twitter, all of a sudden has played for Chelsea. I thought it was a joke. I thought it was a parody. I checked. Then I started seeing more accounts talk about it. Apparently, Axel Disasi has played for the under-21 team. Chelsea won 4-0. There was a convincing victory. Disasi played. He played at centre-half. There's pictures of him there. And he captained the side. The key here is, though, what happened? Look, evidently, January's fast approaching. This player wants to move on and wants to be fit and wants to go somewhere where he can literally hit the ground running and not need a month to build up his fitness and build up his reaction time. For me, this is genius. Well done, Disasi. A lot of people would literally be out of mind for 4 months, not concentrate on football, do some training with their PT, and all of a sudden, January comes, force a move out, go somewhere and mess up. You can really tell that this guy doesn't want to do that, right? 3 years ago, he was playing in a World Cup with France. 3 years later, he's playing in the EPL 2 game for Chelsea under 21s. Life can hit you fast. However, what does this also tell me? I don't know why Raheem Sterling's not playing. I really don't know. Because this really would benefit Raheem too. Look, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, it's because Disasi cares about his career and Raheem doesn't. Because we don't know what's going on behind closed doors, right? What we do know is Disasi wanted to leave. He only wanted Monaco though. Bournemouth wanted him, and so did Wolves, and so did West Ham. He didn't want to go there. He only had his heart set on Monaco. The deal broke down. We have no international spots. We will see what happens to him moving forward. The issue here is, though, I don't know when we're going to sort this out, but it's actually really nice that he got his game time. Good on Disasi. A lot of respect. Not that he really cares what I think, but Good on him. I saw this final move and the story about Rudiger to Chelsea, and someone asked me in the comment section. I wasn't going to talk about it. But then one person asked, and the comment got a lot of likes and a lot of traction. And I said, you know what? Clearly people care about my opinion on this. Let's have a chat. Antonio Rudiger is leaving Real Madrid soon. I'm pretty certain of it, because what's happening is this player, I think, is a free agent in the summer. And Marca now are saying Chelsea are really interested in bringing him back to Stamford Bridge. A lot of people are going to say, great, this is a centre-half that we've basically needed for a while. He's quick, he's strong, he's got leadership, he's intelligent, he's good in the air. Bring him. Problem is smell the poop. Guys, smell the poop. Chelsea don't operate like this. A lot of people could say, yeah, but we got Thiago Silva in the past. Thiago Silva came in, he filled out in the squad, he done his job. Yeah. When Bowley was in charge, right? Bowley and Thomas Tuchel were running the transfer. We are not going to go get Antonio Rudiger. I think he's, 33, 34? We're not going to go get him. Because what Rudiger's going to want is a final payday. Rudiger's going to want guaranteed minutes. And Rudiger's going to want a contract that resemblances his importance to the squad. 3 things we don't do. Number 1, we are not paying him the way the Saudis will pay him or any big club will pay him, because you know how these lot are, incentive-based contract. He is not guaranteed a spot because Chelsea don't do that. What they're going to do is say, Fofana is our starter, Levi when he returns is our starter, we're going to get in where you fit in. And the problem is what level is Rudiger at right now at this age? Because he hasn't been the greatest since his injuries. Like, he's been good, but he hasn't been the greatest. This ain't the Rudiger that left, or the Rudiger that was there for 1 or 2 years. This is a different Antonio Rudiger. And finally, Rudiger is very opinionated and likes to set high standards. I don't know how these sporting directors and this manager and others will take to that. Tuchel loved it. I loved it. But do you remember Matt Law coming out with articles and saying, oh, Rudiger was very hard on the young players, he would call him out, a lot of the young players didn't appreciate it, and they tried to paint him like a villain. I don't think that's right. I don't. I actually think having a Rudiger would be very good for the team. I think we need winners. We need vocal people, and what we need is people that are unscared or not scared to strip a couple feathers. If someone needs to be shouted at, they will call it out. If something's unacceptable, they will say it. And I want to know what happened. But saying all that, I don't see this move happening, and I don't want to lie to you. I don't want to sit here and say, get excited, Chelsea could do this. Trust me, I could have led with this story, absolutely rinsed it, and a lot of people would have watched. Algorithm would have loved it, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that channel where I gaslight you guys into believing every story that comes out. Honestly speaking, I think this is nonsense. I think this is his camp filtering out ideas of where he could potentially go. I don't think Chelsea's on the cards though. Listen, I've got a match review here for yesterday's game. 3-0 Chelsea. Chelsea absolutely destroyed Wolves. I talk about Garnacho in detail. I actually give him a lot of credit. A lot of you don't like my opinion on him, where I think he's average. However, he was far from average. He was absolutely outstanding against Wolves. And we break down the good, the bad, and the downright ugly like we do with the Kavkas View. Here's the playlist. Go check it out. Let me know your thoughts. Peace out. I'm out. Have a lovely weekend.